Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. You're watching 60 Cycle Hum. This is going to be another quarantine unboxing. I've only got this one and then 2 more left of this, and then I'm discontinuing the series. I'll do more unboxings, but they won't be for the quarantine anymore. So anyways, let's get at it. I'm opening from this side because I'm tired of censoring out my address in videos. I actually don't know which one this is or who it's from. I kind of lost track. All right, here we go. What do we have here? 2 boxes inside this. Anything else in here? Nope. That is it. What have we got? Ground effects. The Keto and the BoneFlower, or Keto? K-E-T-O. Is it like the diet? It's got a whale on it. This one's got a flower and bones on it because it's the BoneFlower. Let's open that one first. Traditional canvas pedal bag here. Someone out there is making these bags, and their entire industry is just floated by the pedal industry. Like, I don't know why people keep ordering these bags. I sell them in the thousands. Pedal builders just love them. Got some cool stickers here. Man, a lot of knobs on this guy. What are we looking at? High, space, treble, pre, boost, drive, texture, master, some kind of dirt pedal there. And when I talk to these builders before they send stuff, I look at everything. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, send that. And then by the time it's here and by the time I unbox it, I don't remember what's what anymore. All right, this guy. Rate, depth, room, delay, depth, volume. Some kind of delay or reverb. Soft switching on both sides of that. Soft switching here, but these are a different kind of soft switch. Like, there's no click at all. There's a little bit of a click on this guy, but not on this. Very interesting feeling switch. All right, let's plug them in. See what they sound like. I'm going to use my Squire Jazzmaster here, a vintage modified that I even further modified. I modern modified it. It was a vintage modified, now it's a modern modified. It's got Lambertone pickups in it, and I swapped out the knobs to be, white things here, and I put in the Descendant trim, and it's got a mastering. I've made an affordable guitar, an afforded guitar, an unafforded guitar. Let's see if it's in tune. It is not. I have not played it since I did the video about it. It's tuner time. This thing has LEDs swelling back and forth. I don't know what that's about. I feel compelled to turn this on first. All the knobs are down, so nothing's happening. Let's take everything to noon. Lunchtime settings here. We'll try the breakfast and dinner settings later. Oh, shoot. I haven't had the mics running on the recorder. You idiot. Kind of spoils the unboxing, doesn't it? Anyways, let's start over from noon. Editing Ryan is going to have a field day with this. Sorry, Editing Ryan. Let's turn both sides off. We're starting at noon. At lunch, we'll try breakfast and dinner later. Same joke over and over again because I've got to rewind this thing. All right. It is some kind of reverb on this side, and then this seems to be independent. You turn this on, nothing is not independent, which is what I mean. You turn this on and nothing happens unless you have this side on too. I think this engages a delay. And that's the time for the delay. That's a master volume. Modulation section here with depth and rate. Another depth and rate here, but I don't understand for what. So that's the reverb control, that's the delay time. It's weird that it's a single, like, slap back delay time on that. When I first turned this on, both LEDs were pulsing. I don't know what I'm missing here with this depth, this rate, and this LED. If I had to guess, I'd say that there's a modulation for the reverb and there's a modulation for the delay. I'll look it up before the end of the video and figure out exactly what it's doing. It sounds pretty. It sounds really pretty. All right, let's check out this BoneFlower now. Let's take it to the bone zone. Everything is on the breakfast setting. Let's take it to lunch. Noon. Seems like a very transparent lightly gritty kind of overdrive preamp sort of thing. And I'm out of tune. Just slightly. So I think the boost side, the highs knob here is interacting with the boost. So you can add in some high character. Let me look up information about these. I want to make sure I'm not missing something here, you know? The first result is for a landscaping company. Low gain overdrive with additional booster gain stage. Texture, a blend between different clippings, boost, and separate treble control. Let's listen to their video, see what it sounds like. That was a living room demo that I was listening to, and it had a lot more gain. I'm going to try a different guitar with different pickups. Maybe the Jazzmaster just isn't pushing it. Try the Starcaster. Suddenly this thing woke up. And then it stopped. What is going on? Yeah, this thing wanted some hotter pickups. This pushed it more into this light mid gain, but those light pickups, apparently very light output pickups in the Jazzmaster. Let's give this thing a tune. I like that gritty, like static torn thing happening on the far right side of the texture control. Kind of like a Kinks sort of thing. A little bit of like a fuzzy torn thing happening on the edges. Kind of starved out too. On the neck pickup now. Now that sounds very nice and very sweet. More of a fizzy mid-push compressed sound on the left. Not quite Tube Screamer-ish, but it could fill that role for you. Oh, there we go. That's how you get more gain. The EQ is pre-gain, apparently. So you push the EQ up to get more gain in those frequencies. Now we're talking. I was a little perplexed by it. I'll say that. Clearly, though, this pedal is pretty input sensitive. You've got to dial in the input with your EQ to get the gain you want. You've got to have pickups that can push the gain. It's also just something to be aware of when you're using this pedal. There's a pre-knob here. I'm wondering if it adjusts your pre-gain or, the volume of your signal as it's going into the circuit. Took me a while, but I think I found, the core soul of this pedal. All right, throw the boost on there, just because it's there. It's marked treble, but, it goes to bassy sounds, too. You can just use it as a master EQ switcher. It's handy. All right. Let's check up on what the Keto does. Keto double chorus vibrato reverb. The first chorus right side. Okay, Keto is, how do I pronounce it? Keto? I'll call it Keto. Keto is a double chorus with additional reverb. Expect dreamy lo-fi ambient tones. The first chorus on the right side gives you classic 80s sounds up to the lush vibrato. The second chorus, left side, is an add-on for the first chorus and gives you much more depth and if you want some really weird sounds. The respective LFO modulates a very short delay. The delay time is adjustable. On the top of that, you get a really spring-like reverb. And a built-in preamp. Crank up the preamp and you'll get some more dirt gain. All right. So it's meant to be a chorus. I was misinterpreting it at the beginning as a modulated reverb and delay, when in fact it's a reverberated and delayed modulation. Different things altogether. I'm honestly wondering if this LED on the left side is broken. Because it was flickering in and out. It worked when I first turned it on. Let's try repowering it. Give it a little love tap here. See if that shakes anything loose. I hate to do that in a video, but it was doing something and then it wasn't. Nope, no dice. Alright, so what's going on here is you have your bass chorus that's got, you know, speed and depth, and then a room reverb to kind of give it a spaciness to it. A built-in preamp volume control that adds a little bit of dirt if you want it as you boost it up, and then you throw on this switch and you have an extra chorus and a slapback delay to make it even spacier. See how weird we can get with this. nice dimension chorus sort of sound almost. That's kind of spooky. spacey, very wonderful and weird and dreamy, shoegazy. That's a shoegaze in a box sort of sound right there. All that chorus and verb and delay just kind of mixing and crashing together. A little bummed about the LED not flashing with the rate of this side. Maybe I should take a peek in there. See if there's just like a little, solder loose or something like that. It was working when I plugged it in. When I first plugged it in. This is very unorthodox. This is not the sort of thing you normally see in a demo. But you know what? This is an unboxing format. I volunteered my time to unbox pedals for free to give exposure to these brands. Stuff breaks. This isn't a reflection on the build quality. There are components and pedals that are rated to be able to withstand, certain amounts of cycles, certain amounts of use, like switches and stuff like that. But it's always just like a measure of the average response from the manufacturer. Switches can quit at any time, or they can exceed the rating at any time. There's all kinds of variables that come into play. I've had product in the past where it works for about half a day. Oh, come on. Can I slide it to the side? No. Works for about half a day, and then one of those components goes. And there's nothing you can do about it. I just have to hit up the company and be like, hey, this happened. They send a new one. I send the old one back. Gotta get a different screwdriver. Kind of why it's good to think about buying from a source that you can do returns with. It looks pretty damn clean in there. Yeah, I don't see any reason why that LED shouldn't be working. Maybe there's a user error thing going on here that I'm not aware of, or maybe the LED itself burned out or something. I don't know. But the function of the pedal seems to work. Just that LED stopped flashing. What a bummer. It sounds cool. Once I got my head wrapped around what I was doing with it, there's some immediately really cool sounds going on there. Sorry for looking at your nether regions there, Keto, old buddy. But I was just curious. Let's plug the Jazzmaster back in. Now that I've figured out the BoneFlower, you know what? I was mentioning shoegaze. I should reverse the order of these guys. Get that verb and chorus before the drive. That would be a smart thing to do, right? It's probably what people are screaming at their computer monitors asking me to do anyways. There it is. Yeah, I figured it out. It's a decent, light to mid-gain drive there. Nice and crispy, too. Oh, look! What the hell happened? It's haunted. That's what's going on. Let's see what happens if I turn it on. It's still on. It's still on. It wanted to be before a dirt pedal. It was protesting. I mean, despite this LED crapping out here, the functionality was still there. It still works. You know it's on because that's on. You just have to, you know, guess at the rate because you're not getting... Well, I have to. You don't have to. If you get one of these, it's not going to have that issue. I'm sure of it. And if it does, I'm sure you can return it and get it fixed and whatnot. Like I said earlier, components only have so much life in them, and it's really hard to actually predict like how many times a switch is going to work, if an LED is going to keep working, you know, things like that. Like, I've done so many pedal demos over the years. I've seen it all. Stuff just, like, components just give up for some reason. It happens. It has nothing to do with the build. It has nothing to do with the quality of the design. It has to do with certain components don't last forever. So anyways, huge thanks to Ground Effects for sending me these. If you're interested in them, check out the links down below. And stay tuned. I've got 2 more quarantine unboxings to do before I call it quits on this concept. All right. Bye, everybody. Stay grounded.